The ongoing research on genetically modified cassava at National Crops Resource Research Institute at Namulonge has yielded positive results in terms of fighting cassava diseases.
We are crying and yearning for our government so that it may pass through a law which supports the GMO cassava or the GMO system in our country, so that farmers at least may change their ways of living.
The genetically modified cassava has shown resistance to Cassava Brown Streak and Cassava Mosaic diseases. Cassava Brown Streak disease causes rotting of the tubers, and Cassava Mosaic disease affects the growth of cassava leaves, leading to yield loss. Farmers from Wakiso district, with support from Science Foundation for Livelihoods and Development, visited National Crops Resource Research Institute, NACRI, to witness the harvesting of genetically modified cassava, which is still under confined field trial.
Based on what I have observed here, the scientists at Namulonge, they have discovered something that is very important to our farmers. Because initially, we have been having cassava plant being affected with Cassava Brown wilt. That is that affects crops, mainly cassava. It makes the leaves to fold themselves, and down there the leaves, the roots cannot actually bring enough food. So many people in our region here, they are even abandoning planting cassava because of the disease. But what we have observed here, the scientists have come up with a disease that is resistant to diseases. Basically, that disease, once you plant it, it can be there from 1 year, 3 years, when it is not being affected.
The farmers are yearning to use agricultural technologies to improve the incomes of cassava farmers, but also ensure food security.
The lack of an enabling law has restricted our work within the research stations, and yet at this stage we should be out there working with farmers.
The principal investigator for the genetically modified cassava, Dr. Titus Alkai, says they are evaluating 60 different varieties of cassava. However, research on genetically modified crops is still under confined field trials, and the products cannot be released to farmers.